Let's start with subtopic 1.7, that is investment. First, let's understand what it means. So, let's say in our country we have only one factory. Let's say factory A, and in order to set up this factory, we have we have been needing rupees 1 lakh, right? The factory produces in total 1000 rupees of output. This is the output of the factory, and this is bifurcated into consumption good and capital good. Let's say consumption is 700 rupees of consumption goods and 300 rupees of capital goods. So what were consumption goods that will be consumed, like tea leaves? In earlier lectures we have seen what is the difference between capital goods and consumption goods. So this will be the consumption good, and let's say a tractor will be a capital good. So consumption good will not further go in the chain of making more products, so it will be consumed fully, while on the other hand the capital good will help in production of more goods, right? So this capital good is like an investment because it will help us produce more goods and it will give us more output, right? So let's see what it says here. The part of the final output which comprises of physical capital goods is called gross investment. So factory worth rupees 1 lakh, consumption goods 700, capital goods 300. These will be required for doing more production. So they are our investment, right? Investment is what capital goods. So this is only written here. Now let's see that if we are clear with this, that our investment is equal to capital good. This is a gross investment, but with time there are many wear and tear in the factory, and let's say not in the factory, in the capital goods, right? Let's say the tractor will get rusted and will get consumed. Its properties will change in a way that it will not be that efficient with time, so it will get depreciated. When it will get depreciated, there will be a loss on it. So let's say the loss is of rupees 50. So the capital goods or the gross investment was rupees 300. Now it depreciated by rupees 50. So now our net investment will be rupees 250. That's all what this investment means. So the investment is equal to capital good, right? Gross investment is capital goods, net investment is gross minus depreciation. So that's here. Now we'll see the next topic, that is circular flow, right? So let's understand it first, then we will go through what it says. So let's say in our country there is only household sector and private sector. We have assumed that there is no government sector and no external sector for understanding our example. There is only household and private, right? So let's say there is an enterprise and they are producing burgers. So to produce burger, they will be needing the services, factor services. What are factor services here? The 4 factors of production that we have studied earlier, right? That will be provided by the household. So at the first step will be household will provide factor services to enterprise A. Then when the factor services will be provided, the factor payment will be done by enterprise to household. This is the factor payment. So we have assumed that the rupees 100 of factor payment has been done to the household. Now the household is giving all of its money, all of its payment that it has received to the enterprise in buying the burger. So 100 rupees were given to household. 100 rupees household has spent on buying a burger. So the enterprise will get 100 rupees. The expenditure on the household part will be rupees 100 and the enterprise will give the burger. Okay. So it is just a circular flow of economy, right? It is the case one of circular flow of economy where the total expenditure is total payment, or we can say total payment is the total expenditure, means there is no savings. All that has been produced is consumed, right? So 100 rupees burger were produced and 100 rupees burger were consumed, so the sum is 0. Now let's see the next case. So in the previous case, since all the amount was produced and consumed simultaneously, we did not have any savings and we did not have any capital goods to produce further. It was all consumption. Now let's say that the householder is providing factor services, the enterprise is giving factor payment of rupees 100, but the household is now giving only 70 rupees to the enterprise for buying a burger, and 30 rupees are being saved by the household. So now we have 30 rupees as savings. 100 was the factor payment, 70 was the expenditure on burger, 30 rupees is the saving of the household. These 30 rupees will be deposited in the banks by the household. Now enterprise will take this 30 rupees as loan and provide them as capital good, right? So 70 rupees will be consumption good, 30 rupees will be capital good. So now this capital good will act as an investment, and this investment will grow our economy. So to grow our economy, we need more of capital good. To need more of capital good, we need more savings, right? So that is all about the circular economy. That's all it's written here. You can have a quick go through the theory that is written here. It's all just the explanation of the two cases, and it will be easy to read them now as I have explained them. We can just go through this line. Higher the savings, higher will be capital goods produced in the economy, which will propel the economy on a higher growth path. That is what we need to understand from these two cases. So this is important, right? Since our independence, our economy was producing 95% consumption goods and 5% capital goods. So savings was only 5%. So we need to increase the output of the economy, right? So savings will lead to an increase of capital goods, and this was in our earlier phase of independence, and in 2019-20 our GDP was, as India's savings were around 28% of the GDP, which means that 72% were consumption good and 28% of capital good. Since India's savings were 28%, savings means capital good, so the capital good was 28%, right? And we need to further improve this so that we can grow our economy more faster. And we can see here that China has been consistently producing more than 40% capital goods out of their total output. So we need to improve our savings so that we can produce more capital goods and invest them in our economy, right? Let's see the next topic in next lecture. Till then, revise it and go through all the 8 subtopics we have discussed till now.